Previously, we did two different projects using different blocks. For that reason, we are going to open one of them, the one that we were using pen blocks, we are going to see inside, and we are going to mix it with the one we were using moving sensing. So we are going to include the blocks move sensing. Well, what is the idea today? Today we are going to create the same house that we made previously, but this time we are going to use our camera with different colors to include to make our house. So for that reason, the first part that we need to do is to separate the initial part in that way. Always when I start the animation, it is going to go the dot, the one that I use to paint my house, the sprite that I use to paint my house, at the beginning that I want. Then we are going to include one block to set the transparency to 100. Let me check. I know it's 0. Because the idea is that everything looks as clear as possible. Then we are going to start drawing our house. We need to remember that in my case, minus 44, y90 is the start position. So I am going to take apart those blocks and I am going to include an if then a color, because as I told you, we are going to mix the actions we did previously when we use pen blocks with those that we did last time with video sensing blocks. Okay, so important is that we are going to use the pen down a lot of times. Actually, when I duplicate this one, I am going to make only 3 lines, slow for you to see how I am going to do it. And I am going to go to the 3 initial positions. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Now I am going to set 3 different colors to go to the different positions. So number 1, I am going to start with a white color, sorry. And for that reason, I am going to use this one. After white, I am going to use, let me use orange. It is going to be around here. It's important that the color, you try to select it close to the place where the dot is going to be. And finally, I am going to use green. So it's suppose that moves till here and then here to go to the next position. So far, I am going to try what I have. So, well, start the animation. You can notice it's still working, just waiting for the color. White, orange, and green. Okay, the green is, I have it in here, so I am going to... Remember I told you that it's important to have it near the color. Okay, so I am going to try one more time. What happened here? Okay, and I have white, orange, and green. I didn't finish setting this part up. is around here. This is the color. Okay. Okay. And that's the idea. I am going to continue doing exactly the same action with all the different blocks. Of course, I am going to use the coordinates that I had previously, and that's the idea until we complete our house. Okay, I finally finished my house because of the number of colors that I have. I have to select some sections of the house. I am going to show you how. Well, when I start the simulation, I am going to use the white for part of the roof and a wall part of the floor, orange for the door, green for the rest of the house, blue for the windows, purple is for, well, this is kind of, yeah, kind of purple for the ceiling, and finally yellow to make appear my name. So as you can notice, you can do a lot of stuff using all the different blocks and mix them together. So now it's time for you to try.